Hi everyone, welcome to another video. And I think by seeing the background, you already know that what the video is about. It's about Python dictionaries. Okay, so what we are going to learn, we are going to learn the ways of Python dictionary, the real life use case of Python dictionary, and why this is one of the most used data type, right, in our programming world. So let's get right into it. So, as usual, we will go into Google Colab and we will create a new notebook. Okay. So this particular part remains common, like whatever tutorial that you come into. The only reason why I keep this is because it might happen that you are coming to a video randomly, right? You are stumbling upon the video randomly, not the first one, so that you have a context. Okay, the very first thing I will do, I will increase the screen size for you to have a better look at. I think this looks just fine. Let's connect to a runtime and let's get into it. What is the lesson today? The lesson is Python lesson on dictionaries. So, what exactly is a dictionary? What is a dictionary? A dictionary is something where you ask for meaning of a word, the dictionary provides you with the meaning. Okay? So here also it's the same thing. Instead of these particular terms, what do we say? We say key, we say value. So what is key? Key is the particular word of which you wanted to ask the meaning for, the word you meant to ask the meaning. And what is value? Value is the meaning itself. Okay. This is why we also call the dictionaries as key value pairs. Okay. Oh, I did not pass on a heading, so let me go ahead and do that. Python dictionaries. All right. Okay, it's key value pairs. You have a key, you have a specific value to that key, right? So let's say I pass on a key like this, name. Okay, name would be the key. The value would be for me, Chandan Sengupta. Okay, just like that. Okay, just say it's an example. Okay, there are, I would say, few pointers that you need to remember when we are talking about dictionaries. Okay, one of that is that dictionaries are mutable in nature. What is mutability? Mutability here means the value of a key can be changed. Okay, the value of a key can be changed. So let's say you have given Chandan Sengupta as a name, and let's say tomorrow someone else is updating the dictionary, right? So maybe instead of Chandan Sengupta, they can write their own name, maybe Suraj Kumar. Okay, whatever is there. So the value of a key can be changed. First thing. Second thing, keys should be unique. That simply means in a dictionary, the key cannot repeat itself. The key should be unique in nature. Okay. Third, this data type is unordered. Now, what do you mean by unordered? By unordered, I simply mean it does not follow an order. So let's say when you are creating a dictionary, let's say we say create dictionary with the second bracket, you pass on a key value like this. Name, let's say Chandan. Okay. Let's say class, let's say 12. Okay. Now, it does not matter if you have created it like this, that this is the first one named to Chandan class to 12. It does not remember that this should be the first item or this should be the second item. Okay. It is applicable for any type of dictionary, maybe two key value pair, maybe you put on three key value pair, four, five, however you want. So it will never be ordered. Okay. So these are few things that we need to remember when we are talking about Python dictionaries. Okay. Now let's straight away go into coding, like how we can create a dictionary. We can initiate an empty dictionary. Let's say I want to create an empty dictionary with this. Okay. And then if you print, and then again, what do we what do we type? We type the type of dictionary, right? It would be a class dict. That simply means it's a dictionary. Now, here one quick thing that you need to remember. If you provide any other than any value, I would say any value other than key value pair within the dictionary brackets, right? It will not remain a dictionary. Let me show you what do I mean. Let's say, yeah, like this. Dictionary 1, you have given one value, right? But you did not pass on any value. Let's say, instead of passing value, we pass value with the help of this. Instead, I am passing another, let's say, object like this. Now, if you go ahead and print this, see, it is actually a set. You remember during our set lesson, we talked about that how we can, using second bracket, provide a value and create a set, right? So it would become a set. It is a wrong thing to do. If you want to create a dictionary, you need to pass on always key value pair, right? So it would be like dict2 equals to, let's say, name Chandan and class, sorry, let's say 12. You can pass on numeric as well, it is not a problem. And then if I straight away go ahead and print it, see, this will be a dictionary, this will not remain a set. Okay. Now we need to be able to access the elements of a dictionary, right? Because it's not enough by just creating the dictionary. Accessing the elements of dictionary is equally important. Okay. Can I not close it? Yeah, I don't think so. Okay. So, accessing the element of a dictionary is equally important. What are the elements of a dictionary? The values. So, for name, it's Chandan, for class, it's 12, right? So, there are different methods with the help of which we can use. So, let's say method 1. Here, simply with, okay, dict2 I have, okay. Simply with the key itself, I have name, right? For dict2. I think the spelling is correct only. Yeah. I would be able to get the value. Okay. This is method 1. Then let's say if I talk about method 2, there is a method called get method, right? See, it is written over here. So if you do this print dictionary2 dot get, and within that you pass on the value of the key, it will give you the result. So there would be another Chandan printed. Now let's say instead of name, you are passing on the class. You'll get 12 over here. Okay. So one method is you are directly passing on the name of the key. The another one is where you are using a keyword called get. Clear? Now we are humans, right? So we can make mistakes. So let's say I have two keys over here, right? We have name and we have class. Suppose I am trying to access print dict 2, sorry, 2, and then I'm passing on, let's say, hometown. Okay. Do we have something called hometown? No, right? Key error hometown. That simply means that we do not have it, right? Even if we try to do it like this, let's say dot get, and then I pass it on like this, I'll get the same error. It will not exactly an error, but it will show none because we do not have any value to that, right? Here is something that you can do. You can actually pass on a default value if something is not available. So none has came by default and as none object. If you pass on something like this, not available, followed by the particular key that you are trying to find. That key is not there, okay? So what you are saying that if my code gets into this dictionary 2, the dictionary 2 that is residing over here where I have two keys, name and class, and go ahead and try to find hometown. If you find hometown, excellent, go ahead and print the value. If you don't, give me this. Okay, so let's execute. See, I'm getting not available as an output. Clear, everyone? Now let's talk about updating and adding elements into a dictionary. Okay, so let me talk about dictionary 2 only. So dictionary 2, let's say I have class as a key, right? What I am doing, I am simply passing on, let's say, class instead of 12, I'm passing on 10. Okay, then if I print dict2, see, now the class will become 12. Initially, sorry, will become 10. Initially, it was 12. Okay. So this is one of the way in with the help of which you can simply update the element of a key. You simply take the key, okay, and then you assign the value that is required for this. Clear, everyone? All right. Now, let's say this is the basically replacing an item, right? You are replacing one item. But what if you need to add an element to a dictionary? In that case, it needs to be a key value pair, right? It cannot be a single value, remember? So we have to add a key value pair. How to do that? So let's say dictionary 2, I am adding a key first, okay? Hometown, okay? Then I am assigning a value to that. Then if I print dictionary 2, see, name, class, hometown, everything will come along. So what did we learn? We learned how we can update or we can add element into a dictionary. Okay. Now adding and updating is fine. Now we'll be looking into how we would be able to removing an element from dictionary. Okay. Equally crucial. So let's say if I do this, okay, let's say dict2 pop hometown. What this will do? This will go ahead and remove the hometown key value pair, the one that we have, right? So, see, hometown is removed. But let's say I'll just write it like this: pop removes the element by its key, right? Because I have provided key as an input over here, dict2.pop at hometown, and then that particular key called hometown is removed along with its element. Okay, but what if I write something like this: dict2 dot pop item, and I do not pass on any particular key name over here, right? I'm not passing anything. At that point of time, what we'll do if I print, it will simply remove the very last element. Okay, pop item, go ahead and remove the last element if you do not pass on any key name. Okay, now if I execute, see, only name as Chandan is staying over here. Okay, so pop item removes the last element in your dictionary. Okay, clear everyone? See, I have run it twice. So now the name Chandan also got removed. It became an empty dictionary. Let me run it all. Let me restart and run it all. So with the help of this, you can restart your entire session. Okay, and then if I run it all, it will again run. Yeah, I'll get the revised one. Okay, clear everyone? Now we'll look into few dictionary methods. Let's say, let me create a temp dictionary. Okay, see, print keys, values, and items. I have got three particular method. Okay, so what this each of the item do? I'll just type it in here. Shows all keys in dictionary. Okay, you remember the f string method, right? We talked about this. I'll simply copy this. All right. So if I execute this, see, A, B, C are the keys, 1, 2, 3 are the values, and these are the items A1, B2, C3. Okay, so these are few methods. Now let's say you want to create a copy. Okay, you can create a copy. So let's say temp2 equals to, I simply write temp dot copy. Then if you print temp2, it will give you the same dictionary. This is the copy method. Okay, now let's say you want to clear up. You want to clear up the particular dictionary. So if you simply write clear, okay, and sorry, and then if you print temp2, it will show you an empty dictionary. It is completely cleared. Okay, now I have shown you how you can update element of a dictionary, right? The same update you can also do with another dictionary. So one dictionary is updated by another dictionary. Let me show you how that this can be done. So let's say I have something like this, students, and these are the names. So let's say name Harry. Let's say hometown England. Let's say age 25. Okay, something like this. So you have a perfectly clear dictionary, right? Now, let's say you want to update two things. You want to update the hometown and the age. Okay, how you can do that? Let's say updating with a dictionary. Okay, so let's say I'm creating a dictionary called update. called update. You can directly pass this on as well, but I'm just making this. So let's say this is hometown equals to, let's say, just put up anything and let's put up an edge. Let's say 22. Okay. So I have a new dictionary that is called the update dict, right? Now what I can do, I can simply go ahead and do this students, okay, dot update, and I can simply pass on my dictionary name over here, okay, and then if I print, see, hometown became Ireland, age became 12. Clear, everyone? Now, just like lists, you can create nested dictionaries as well, okay? So how exactly nested dictionaries work? So let's say there is a dictionary called college database, okay, and it contains the details of multiple colleges. So let's say it goes like this: college 1, okay, and let's say there is another one called college 2, college 3, whatever is there, okay. Now for each of these key, right, I have college 1, college 2, college 3. For each one of these keys I can pass on separate dictionaries, okay. So let's say I'm passing on let's say name, college name, this is okay. Let's say Harvard. Let's say student count, okay. Let's say 12,500. Let's take any random number that you want, okay. Let me put up few other name. Sorry. Okay. Now, if you print this, I will simply print the college database first, okay. The first nested dictionary, the one that you have. You can see college 1, name, college, name, college 2, college 3, everything came along, right? Now, the same way that we have done during our list, nested list and all, if you simply go ahead and pass on a key name, okay, pass on the key of college name 1, college 1, you'll get only the value of college 1. If you go ahead and do that with 2, you'll get of 2. We'll do that with 3, you'll get 3. Okay, clear everyone how nested dictionaries work? I hope it's completely clear to everyone. Now, I think if you remember, we talked about something called list comprehensions, right? Where we can iterate over a particular list or like, other data types. In the same way, we have this for dictionaries as well, right? But for learning those, we need to be clear with the loops. Okay, there are for loops, there are while loops. So after this lesson, what we are going to do, we are going to go ahead and learn the loops, and once the loops are done, I'll be making sure that I cover list comprehension, dictionary comprehension, and how exactly you can iterate over different items. Okay, so till then, bye. I'll see you on the next class.